Christmas Day is not always a time of cheer. For some, it's a day of mourning. Eyewitness News 3 reporter Cole Sams on how one of our neighbors is handling grief this holiday season.
During the holiday season, there may be a big void in the time we spend with our loved ones. For Idaho Falls resident Jacob Garner, Christmas Day is a tragic reminder of what he has lost. Today is the 9-year anniversary of his brother, Buck Anthony Garner's tragic murder. The 20-year-old was stabbed in a fight early Christmas morning in 2011. Doctors pronounced him dead at the Idaho Regional Medical Center. Jacob says this time of year brings about a level of stress for him and his family.
I guess probably some anxiety, and just my family struggles really hard around that time with, the loss. And so I guess probably some fear, fear that my family's going to be struggling or what they're going to be going through.
Many other families have experienced tragic losses too. Psychotherapist Renee Peterson says it's important to recognize that loss and not suppress those emotions during the holiday season.
During this holiday season, where things are really bright and cheery, sometimes the contrast of what you're feeling inside with the joy that everyone is trying to express outside in the holiday season can be really heart-wrenching and difficult. So accepting that you're in that place and you need help is the first thing.
And for Jacob, accepting his brother's murder has been difficult to process, but he found a way to reveal his true feelings.
Recently, I kind of just wrote a letter to my brother, about him passing away, maybe some resentments I had towards him, and then to the man that stabbed him. And I read them aloud to some people, and that seemed to kind of help me just get some of those emotions off my chest.
Still, others may struggle with ways to express how their loss is impacting them. Peterson says that we as a community need to offer support for those close to us that are grieving.
We really have to make a concerted effort as a community to reach out to each other and to ask, how are you doing? No, really, how are you doing? A lot of times just being that person for someone else can make all the difference.
And Peterson believes recognizing the grieving process is a first step towards better days.
Sometimes the acceptance has to start with just accepting that you're angry, accepting that you're sad, accepting that you really miss that loved one, or that these changes that you're going through are really, really hard, and just accepting that this is where you are. Because grief can manifest in a lot of different ways, and it's something that has to be honored and processed.
And for Jacob, he says that the grieving process may be permanent, but believes it's important to be optimistic about life going forward.
I think that's the hardest part, as we all try and put the blame on ourselves somehow. And I think it's just I don't want to feel like I had no control in the situation, which is the reality of it. I couldn't change anything that happened. Maybe somebody else could have, but you never know how things would turn out. And I think it's just kind of getting past that, not really blaming yourself, and being able to kind of move forward in a positive way.
Reporting in Idaho Falls, I'm Cole Sams.